Hey YouTube, it's SoulPrime13. This is going to probably be a bit of a quicker review because it's more of a comparison than an actual full-on review. But this is the Cyber Era 06. It is their basically improved movie masterpiece, Bumblebee Movie Prime. Not a ton different, but there are definitely some big changes. Mainly with the arms. So we're gonna unpose him here, take his gun out of his hand, put that off to the side. But yeah, the main thing you're probably gonna notice is definitely the arms and the colors. But we'll bring in the official one here. So, yeah, definitely much darker colors, which definitely seem more accurate to the actual movie. So the arms are pretty much completely redone from like the elbows down. You can even see the way that the elbows are in there is different. They are friction joints now. They're not ratchet joints, but honestly, they're pretty tight. He doesn't really need them to be ratchets for this. Yeah, the inner arm transforms differently. Just the whole way it comes together. And there's this bit on the back. This part in the truck transformation does tend to be a little fiddly getting it into place, but not anything too serious. I will say that while he definitely looks a lot better now, his transformation is not as enjoyable. It's not like horrendously bad now or anything, it's just not as good as far as I'm concerned. Some people might like it better. Maybe it's a quality thing, but yeah, definitely some of the panels are a little more finicky now. They did fix the truck cat ears. These now fold down when you get to truck mode. For the most part, the transformation is the same. I think there's something going on with the hips now that is not present in the original, because the way the legs lined up when I turned him into the truck was not the same. But he doesn't come with instructions of any sort, so I can't really say for sure. I'm just going off what I know from the original. I do strongly prefer that he now has fully articulated hands. I'm always a fan of articulated fingers. He's got ball jointed thumb, and then hinge at the thumb, and then yeah, the what is it, double hinge? Yeah, double hinges at the fingers. So he also has a wrist flex. I'm not entirely sure what to call this, but yeah, you can see it right there. It's just his wrist can flip up, or if you want to make him a bit of a diva, his wrist can go down. So there's that. But yeah, I really do like the way the arm cleans up better in the robot mode. One other thing that is different is actually his matrix. I'll pop this up. Come out here. Now, at first glance, it's just a paint thing. Come on. Hang on. Come on, get out of there. I was able to get this out just fine earlier. Hold on, we're having technical difficulties, it seems. There we go. So, first of all, this does not sit in nearly as snugly. Second of all, it's now completely plastic, whereas the original is die cast. You also notice that there is no peg hole on the back, and that is actually reflected in the chest compartment. in the chest. It's just a straight sphere. I'm not entirely sure why, but this new improved one does feel a bit heftier, so I'm assuming that they've moved some die cast into other places. He doesn't feel that much different, but I swear he's a tiny bit heavier. I do really like the more G1 colored matrix. I do feel like, you know, if this had been more of a gold rather than the sort of bronze it is, it probably would have stood out better. But honestly, I really dig that metallic orange, and then the clear blue crystal looks really good too. But those are the bulk of the changes as far as I've been able to tell. So yeah, I'm not going to do like a full transformation here because at the end of the day, the truck, aside from where the panel lines are, doesn't really seem to be any different. And there are plenty of other people who are probably going to do the transformation video in full. And I felt like it would just be easier for me to just do a quick comparison. As far as like playability, I think I'd still go with the original, just because the transformation overall is a little bit more fun. But if you're looking for display for either mode, I would probably go with this guy, especially due to the better paint scheme. But he does also sell the cat ears in the truck mode too, so that's about the only real noticeable difference in the truck mode, aside from maybe the legs. But again, I don't think I'm transforming them right, but without proper instructions, it's hard to know what I'm missing, because I tried messing with the thigh position and it didn't really change. But I haven't really been able to... Oh, I think I see. Looks like it's here behind the knee. That's what's different. I'll have to mess with it again, but overall, yeah, I think this is a better display piece, and this is a better, just fun to mess around with piece. They're both great, and honestly, you can play with either. You know, this guy is still very solid, and aside from a couple spots that are a little stiff, he doesn't feel cheap or like he's going to break or anything. I honestly think he's worth the money entirely. So it's kind of just down to your personal preference whether you want, you know, an official or a slightly improved fourth party version. So again, you know, it's going to be up to you. Personally, well, I've already stated what I think. Oh, I almost forgot. He does actually have the clip gun with the painted bullet on this version. So that's a nice little addition. I thought there might be an LED feature due to the way it looks like there's an LED in the barrel of the gun, but there's no buttons or batteries or magnets or anything that I can tell, so I think it's just molded differently. So yeah, aside from that, not too much to discuss beyond that. I will say that this guy is definitely cheaper. I think on Show Z he was around $80, whereas this one I think is like $120. You know, if you're not paying aftermarket prices. So there's something to consider too. Yeah, either way, super great figure. Love them both. They're probably gonna sit side by side, honestly. But yeah, I think I'll just wrap things up there. So this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.